Just as the housing market appeared to have, for the most part, weathered the storm, some dark clouds are on the horizon in the form of higher rates. Home prices were up nearly 6% year over year in December. That's down from a 7.6% gain in November and nearly a 4.5% lower than their June peak. And although they slipped a bit at the start of the year, mortgage rates have climbed even higher this week, with the 30-year fixed now 6.6% and the 15-year just under 6%. And earlier this week, Moody's Analytics chief economist Mark Zandi told Yahoo Finance we've still got a ways to go until we find some calmer waters.
The one thing that is dead ahead, though, is more house price declines. I mean, to restore affordability, mortgage rates have to come down, incomes have to rise, and or house prices have to fall. And I think we'll get some combination of all three. So that means some further house price declines dead ahead. Now, prices have been falling for the last 5-6 months since last summer. I expect them to steadily decline through 2023 and into 2024. I think we see about a 10% peak to trough decline in price. We're down 2 percentage points already. So we're kind of 1/5 the way through the adjustment process.
All right, let's talk about this with Redfin chief economist Daryl Fairweather. Daryl, you heard Mr. Zandi there talking about the real estate market as he sees it and where it's going. Anecdotally, what are you seeing right now with these higher rates? It appeared that spring was coming, things were loosening up, but it feels like a tenuous time. What do you see across the country?
The housing market is much slower than it was this time last year. There are way fewer home sales, and there are fewer new listings coming on the market because many homeowners locked in a 3% rate just last year, and they don't see a reason to sell because it'll be buyers again. And buyers, of course, are facing high mortgage rates that makes it much less affordable to buy a home compared to last year.
So what does that mean for inventory levels? It doesn't seem like many more homes are going to be coming on the market anytime soon.
Yes, if you look on Redfin right now, you will see more homes for sale than you would have seen this time last year. But a lot of that inventory is stale. It's homes that have been sitting on the market, probably a bit overpriced, and have not yet attracted a buyer. And there are very few new listings coming on the market.
A month ago, mortgage rates were just above 6%, and most felt, and it looked like they were going to sink below 6% and keep going down until the 5.5% range. And then boom, went straight back up, and here we are at 6.65. Are we headed back towards 7% on the 30-year?
Buyers are incredibly sensitive to rates. So anytime mortgage rates come down, they come right back to the market. And when mortgage rates go up, they leave the market. But with mortgage rates being so high, there's a chance they might go up. And a lot of buyers are just kind of looking at the market and thinking now is not the best time.
So Daryl, within your forecast, though, what you guys are anticipating over there at Redfin, are you expecting this trend to the upside to continue, though?
We expect mortgage rates to fall below 6% to around 5.75% by the end of the year. But in between now and the end of the year, mortgage rates could come up and come back down. Now, the Fed is going to stay committed to fighting inflation, and that should eventually drive mortgage rates down. But it really is anyone's guess as to how long that will take.
Would you spotlight a particular region in the U.S. right now that seems just to continue to grow regardless of where the mortgage rates go? I mean, is it the Southeast? What's the region that just stays hot through all the conditions?
It's not so much staying hot, it's the markets that have stayed stable. So the Midwest, for example, never really took off during the pandemic. So they don't have very far to fall at all. Sorry if you hear my kid in the background. But places like the Southwest, like Texas, prices really took off in Austin. And now it's a big function.
Daryl, what are you seeing just in terms of a lot of the home buyers, a lot of first-time home buyers are staying on the sidelines here. They're waiting for something to change. They're remaining hopeful, though, that they are going to somehow score a good deal in the second half or maybe towards the end of the year. Do you see that as a possibility at all?
I think it's possible. I think that the second half of the year could be very strong if mortgage rates come down. We could have a reversal of seasonality because, like I said, as soon as mortgage rates come down, buyers come back.
What are you seeing in terms of rents and where they're moving?
Rents are slowing. They're not growing very much at all. Now, they could come back given how strong the economy is and how low unemployment is, but it seems like rent growth is, for the most part, really slowed down, which is what the Fed wants.
All right, Daryl Fairweather, great to have you, Redfin chief economist.